I think I've stood up in front of you guys a number of times, and I've been really disappointed with how we played. I know it's a 6-1 game, and the last 12 minutes, right after they scored the shorthanded goal, that part was disappointing. But up to that point, I didn't mind the way that we were playing. I thought we were doing better things in the offensive zone. Philadelphia is a very, very good team. Some very good players up front and on the back end. And I thought we were playing with them. And a 3-1 game, and we have probably 2 or 3 really good chances on the power play. If we score a goal there, if you happen to score a goal, it's a 1-goal game, and you got 12 minutes of hockey left, or 11 minutes of hockey. And they scored the shorthanded goal, and that was the backbreaker. And then obviously giving up goals at the end, not happy with that. But I thought for a good portion of the game we were right there with them.
But the problem is that you don't score in these big situations. I mean, that's been a year-long thing. That's
getting opportunities, and we get a breakaway in the second period and don't score, and they get a breakaway in the third and they score. We had a couple 2-on-1s, and don't execute, don't get shots, and we had going by the official stats, we had 17 missed shots tonight. And that's one thing you have to do is you gotta put pucks on that. You got no chance of scoring if we're shooting it wide.
You had 3 shots in the second period officially, and I think there was a long stretch when you didn't have any shots. Same old thing again. Shots don't mean everything because you were hanging in there, but still you've got to get some puck control. It seems like.
I Bruce, to be honest with you, there's been games where I know we weren't getting shots or opportunities. I didn't feel that in the second period tonight. I really didn't. I think we had opportunities. Sullivan, has a breakaway and shoots it wide. And we had Miettinen had an opportunity right off the side of the net, and he shoots it wide. And I didn't feel like, despite only getting 3 shots, the feeling for me on the bench wasn't, we got to do more offensively. I thought we were able to sustain some pressure in the offensive zone. Whether it's not getting shots through or they're getting blocked or we're shooting it wide. But I think the intentions were there and were good as far as what we wanted to do in the offensive zone.
Can you assess what you saw from Sullivan in his first game?
There's a lot going on. Obviously, he scores a goal. He made a couple other plays where I think he created some offense. It's going to take a little bit, I think, for him to get a true feeling of how we want to play and his teammates, and get a read off them. But my first reaction is he was fine. There's some areas in D zone, and when he doesn't have the puck, that we got to get him working to areas. But he was fine in the game.
Taking care of the puck again was I think he had the puck before 4 there, 6 goals.
We were just talking about that in the back.
Yeah.
And really it's, there was some pressure, but not a lot of pressure, and some were easy plays, and we just didn't make the easy play, and it ends up in turnovers. And you do that with good teams, that's what happens. The one thing I remember about my first game playing in the NHL was, in the American League you can get away with turnovers. In the NHL you can't. When you're playing the Philadelphia Flyers and you're giving them opportunities, they'll make you pay.
Mikko and Bruno just seem to be creating very, very little. When do you have to maybe consider breaking them apart, or are you not concerned about just the way that?
Oh no, I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I put Marty up on the right in the third period, and it's something that we've kicked around as a staff, and I'm sure that coming in tomorrow it'll be something that we'll talk about, and we'll have to make a decision tomorrow and get ready for the game on Friday.
Do you get worried about painting obviously the fans are frustrated with the last 2 home games, giving up 11 goals. Do you get concerned about kind of painting a positive depiction after a game like this?
You mean, am I worried about
Yeah.
what they're going to read?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously the fans,
Well,
they're not going to want to.
No, well, I think I told you last year there were games where we won, and I know the fans left happy, and I told you guys I didn't like the way that we played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think as a coach, that's how you have to assess your team. If you're doing some good things. I mean, we did some good things tonight.
Mhm.
We did. I mean, we gave them goals. You give a team goals. Fans aren't going to be happy about that. I mean, we had pucks on our sticks, and we just gave them goals. And something that we've talked about. There's some stretches that we were good, but I really felt going into the third 3-1 game. I really thought that we were right there with them. And again, that power play, we score a goal. I don't know if it's a different result, but I know it's a different finish. And that may leave a different taste in the fans. But for me, I think the best way, or the only way you can assess your team is you have to be honest. And whether it's we play good and we lose, or we play bad and we win.
Anything else for Todd? Thank you.
Thanks, Todd.